Hey water signs, Megan Lynn here. Here to do a water sign reading for July. So that's gonna be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel a lot of interesting mixed feelings with water. I have a lot of water around me. I just tend to attract it. I think my Venus is in Pisces, so maybe that's why I attract a lot of water sign people just into my life. So I have mad love for you guys. But I do feel some interesting things for July. I feel like, so I don't typically do love readings. I'll do love readings. Mostly when you do a reading, people want to know about your career, finances, and love. Those are the top three. So, it overly rolls into love. But the funny thing about this reading is I feel like some water signs are going through a hard time. But I feel like also if it's in a relationship, it has to deal with a fixed sign. So that's going to be Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus. So if you guys want to watch my fixed sign video, because for some reason this reading, I shuffled the cards, I meditated, and I pulled the cards, and I briefly looked at them, and I mean, you can't get away from it. It's kind of at the end. So I feel like a lot of you are having trouble if it's... I feel mostly it's like personal relationships. But with these shifts that we've started, that I think really, really jump started in June, I don't feel that it's something that's going to be a little bit more difficult because the vibration is raising. The denser energies, and I don't mean dense and bad, I just mean the heavier energies of water and earth are going to have a little bit of a harder time kind of navigating towards it, but don't worry about it. I would just honestly, if you can surround yourself with fun, surround yourself with some fire and air signs. They're gonna help you through that. So I definitely feel like July is kind of a changing month for you guys, and I feel like what you've mostly been going through, it seems like either loss in relationships, and I don't know if that's like a current thing or if you guys have been going through it for a while, but I feel like there's always a lot of like social media stalking with water signs. You guys are always like all over it. But I feel like there's a lot of just like social media stalking or stuff like that. So, and I do apologize, my last video, you couldn't really see the cards that well. So, I kind of don't care because the cards are the cards, but yeah, if you guys can't see them today, I'm sorry, because I am driving while I'm doing this. Yeah, let's just get into it. So, as far as your overall energies right now, you guys got a lot of major arcana, so that's why I felt like really pulled to, I mean, it just is what it is. So you guys got the Hierophant. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of hard to see because of stupid lighting. Like, I'm driving into the sun. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is like the ultimate teacher. He's also he's like a spiritual guide. I feel like you guys are coming into a lot of this is the teacher. I feel like you guys have either ended a cycle or learned a lesson, because the Hierophant is here. He is present. He's a major arcana. So this is something very big. It's almost like it's like a tower moment for you when it comes, yeah, you like really can't see these. When it comes to lessons, it's like a tower moment. So I feel like you guys are coming to some sort of realization about some situation. He's got all the elements with him, and you're kind of seeing things for everything that they are. So it's definitely there's all the elements here, the cups, the swords, the wands, like the pentacles, everything's here, and you're seeing things for a situation for what they really were. Because I feel like a lot of times with water signs, because you are emotional, you let the emotion or the feeling become fact when it's not necessarily, your feelings aren't facts. It's a weird thing with water signs too, because I feel like there's different levels to certain ones. If you're dealing with like low level water signs, they take those emotions and they use them for manipulation, or they unintentionally use those powers. They surround themselves with an illusion that a relationship is a way that it isn't, or that a person is the way that it isn't. So I feel like you guys are getting a lot of clarity on just who you're dealing with, who they actually were, and maybe it wasn't what you projected onto them. So I definitely feel good with the Hierophant, because this is really clarity. It's a lot of clarity, and it's a lot of it's growth, and it's like evolution, and it's just better you moving forward, because you have another arcana, the Hermit. What you guys have decided to do, so you do have this newfound clarity. You guys are going to meet a lot of oppression from a lot of outside factors. So I feel like in this situation, whether it's at work or in love, you guys have had a lot of naysayers. It's kind of like when you, like, outside influences. It's kind of like when you are, say, with your girlfriends or your dudes, you know what I mean? Like, and you're hanging out and you're talking shit about your girlfriend or about your boyfriend, and you're talking shit to your friends about them, and you're not really saying their side of the story, or, you know, they only have that one perception of that person. So every time you're with them, they just think that this person's, like, you know, full of crap. Like, why are you with this person? And honestly, it doesn't reflect positively on you, but what I feel like is you've surrounded yourself with a lot of naysayers and a lot of people who just have that perception of whatever the situation was as the reality. And I feel like you're going to be hermiting, and you're kind of moving away from that, trying to form your own opinions on the situation, or not necessarily. You're going into a reclusion. You're going into a hermitage. You are going to be separating yourself from certain people that maybe don't have your best interest anymore, or that it's just like you need to come out with your own perception of the situation. So I feel really good for that. The Hermit's always good, and the Hermit and the Hierophant is just like insane growth to me, so I feel really good for you guys. Because you also have the Hangman here. I don't know if you can see him. He's hanging upside down. With the Hangman, he's just hanging there. When you're hanging upside down, it's, you know, if I turned into a bat for a day, the world looks a lot different when you're seeing it from a different perspective. So I feel like that's exactly what you guys are doing. You guys are also struggling with making a decision about things, about people, about you're not sure if you need to cut certain people out, or you need to make a decision about a certain situation. Because what I have next for you, oops, kind of messed up the cards. No, I didn't. Sorry, this is like difficult driving sometimes. Like, I'm a good driver, but this is like multi-dimensional talent. What I have is the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is one of my least favorite cards, but here, you're not making a decision because, you're not making a decision. This to me, so the Three of Swords, when it's in the upright, it is, it's betrayal, it's loss, it's this, that, or the other. This is, honestly, this is the perception of the situation. So usually this has to do with a lover's situation. With this, I feel like you were, it's like when you make mountains out of molehills. You were making, or little pet peeves, like, oh God, you didn't, you know, you left the toilet seat up again, or something like that. You're kind of coming to a realization that little things that it's like you blew up things that didn't matter, or you made things seem like a lot worse than they were when it comes to this situation. So it's like you made somebody look a lot worse than they were, or you would, very explosive behavior. I feel like this is very explosive. This is like a almost somebody who's manic. It's like little things that really don't matter that much, and you put more priority on the negative aspects of either, I feel like it's a person in the situation. You put a lot of negative aspects that weren't necessarily true, they were false. And you just kind of like, I feel like a lot of projection here, but you know, you just put these false perceptions onto somebody and false judgments onto somebody. So because of that, with this situation, whether it's at work or in a lover's situation, things right now, you got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So in the upright, it's very fast movement, it's fast direction, it's messages, it's emotional clarity. Right here, I feel like with the Hangman, you're very undecided about what your next move should be, because things have gotten so stagnant because of because of the next card. The next card is your Judgment card, but you have Judgment in reverse. So Judgment in reverse, things have gotten so stagnant because this is the lack of making decision with the Hangman. This is you were not doing things that needed to be done in the situation. So because of that, things have gotten very stagnant. Things have gotten very cold when it comes to dealing with another person, whether it's at work or you know, with family members or personal relationships. This is because you weren't putting the work in. So what I feel like a lot of this is sorry, air signs. And a lot with I feel like a lot with like the Hierophant card and a couple other cards in the deck that have multiple elements. I feel like that you might be dealing with a fixed sign. So if you guys want to watch my fixed sign video, it'll give you a really good insight to who you're dealing with now. So Scorpio also, if you're dealing with another Scorpio, another water sign, Scorpio is a fixed sign as well. So you may be dealing with an Aquarius, Leo, a Scorpio, or a Taurus. This is because you were not putting the work in, and it almost feels like the other person was willing to put in work and was putting in work, but it was kind of a one-sided situation because the false judgments and false perceptions. And water signs, you kind of, I love you, but like sometimes, and partially because my heart is very Piscean, you can surround yourself with illusion very much, and it's because you're cursed with all these feelings. You know what I mean? So you know, it's very beautiful to feel, but always in a healthy way, and always surround yourself with like emotionally healthy people, because it's very easy for you to get sucked into illusion if you get caught up. What I see for you right now, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. So normally this is like waiting for messages. You can see the little cats waiting here. If you guys are waiting for messages or anything like that, it looks like you haven't been getting any. It looks like and it looks like whoever you're dealing with isn't waiting. So if I don't know if you guys are, if you're looking for this is like I don't know, it's almost like there's no patience, but it looks like if you're looking for messages, you haven't been getting them coming in. You haven't been reaching out or anything like that. So if this has to do with work, and you know, I really don't feel like it's about work, and I don't get that feeling very often. So I feel like you're not getting those messages in. So what I feel like you guys are doing now, I had the Six of Cups. This was in the upright. Six of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of reminiscing going on. So whether you guys are really feel like not brokenhearted, but you're just really looking back at the situation, and you're looking back at the good times. You're looking back at you know, possibly when this person was there for you. You know, you're seeing things with a lot more clarity about what was really going on, and you know, and what your part of the situation was. So this is actually a really good card for you guys. I feel like it also is a little bit of healing, because it's always good to, I don't know, like there is a lot of bad in situations, but you do have the good in it, and I feel like focusing on the positive is always kind of the way to go. So moving forward, this is why I can't get away from it. Major Arcana. You have the Lovers card. I can't make this shit up. So it's like it's because of this other person in your life. This other person you can see is the yin to your yang, or vice versa. This person, and if you can see this cat here, he is black and white. He's not the yin or the yang. This person is balanced. You can see with the sun here, there's all the elements on this card. So I feel definitely like you may be dealing with a fixed sign. So again, that's Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. I don't know why I said that in different order this time. This person is balanced. This person is mentally and emotionally balanced. They bring balance to you, and then they also bring you happiness with the sun there. So I feel like you're definitely reminiscing about this person. You know, whether or not you're looking to move forward with this person, is the Two of Cups in reverse. So the Two of Cups, when it's in its upright, and you can see emotional fulfillment here with the moon, with the Two of Cups in reverse. This is very interesting. If you're looking to move forward with this person, or you're looking to try to, this is a be very careful card. Be very careful, because this person with the Lovers card is in their element. They're very balanced. They're very strong. They're in their power. Be very careful of how you approach them, because this is a card of bad first impressions. So just make sure, like, this is, I feel like it's like a teeter-totter. It's very precarious. So if you guys are looking to reach out to this person or apologize or do anything like that, just be very careful on how you do it, because this is their energy of the Ace of Swords. Watch my fixed sign videos if you guys are dealing with a fixed sign. There's a lot of power in fixed signs right now. With the Ace of Swords here, it's like these people are masters. They're masters of their element. They're masters of their emotions and of their thoughts. With the crown here, I mean, you have like an emperor, empress energy people, or if you think about subjects in a castle or something like that, they're very careful with how they approach the king or queen with propositions, because they have the sword here. It's like off with their heads if they say one thing out of place or one thing wrong. So I feel like it's a very precarious situation with this Ace of Swords. So if you're going to approach somebody with an offer, keep in mind they're very much in their power, and if you don't do it a certain way, it's just going to be, the possibility of, if you guys are looking for like resolution, is going to be very, very slim. So but that's okay. I would suggest lying low, because I feel like this person that you're dealing with the Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning though, and it's a new perception. You're having a new perception of a situation, which is always very good. I feel very good for you guys for July. I feel like you're evolving. You're really learning a lot of things. Not that you don't know a lot already, but I do feel really good. I just, like I said, I keep telling everybody, please surround yourself with air and fire, because we will help you kind of lighten the after effects of these shifts this month, and also the Mercury retrograde. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me at wmegan939@gmail.com. Also, please like, share, subscribe, whatever. And then yeah, if you guys have any questions about specific signs and you just want me to do a spread for a specific sign, please leave a comment. I will be doing those more. I'm just starting to do with the elements and seeing what I can handle first. So anyway, thanks, water signs. I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the July, and then yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye.